now it's leveled out, but it was. Several things happened where. Yeah, whenever you're ready. We're ready? Ready? So call to order from 9:43. Roll call, I am here. Gary?
Here.
Maria? Here. Lindsay's not here. Sir William?
Here.
Hector?
Here.
Alexander is not here. Wait, we have to, no one introduces himself right now, right? No. No, you come to comments, sorry. Order of business, deferral, additions, deletions, anyone?
Addition, new business, 7B,
Yes, sir.
and it's mainly just for discussion of maybe some ideas. I was approached by a American Legion member. And concerning service animals, when you go to the regional VA medical hospital, and if
Okay.
you have a service animal that starts acting up. Or if you're admitted overnight, et cetera. There's no place to put that service animal. There's like no on-site boarding kennels at the VA hospitals anywhere. And it just seems kind of absurd that the VA provides you a service animal and then it becomes part of your family and it's part of your recovery.
You can't bring it.
And then you can't have it when you need it the most, when you're hospitalized.
Right,
Or you can't have it when you're in an appointment, you have to make arrangement to put it somewhere, et cetera. Instead of there being an on-site kennel boarding. So I want to explore what, if anything, this committee can do to help push along a.
do we have a
Resolution.
thing that does that?
I'll figure out forcing action.
Brittany?
It came from Ken. The issue came from Ken. I'm looking at Ken. Okay, so, and so what I'm gonna do with the American Legion side, well, I'll get to it. So I just want to add that to,
Give me one line, headline.
Motion to add service animal presented by William Perez.
yeah, service animal boarding kennel.
Well, I know someone who just thought about opening one, right now, so we can talk about that,
That'll be awesome.
all right? But okay. And then, motion to add that you said, so everyone in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's it, anyone else? Public comment? Let's see that. The floor is yours.
Oh, I do want to add that to talk about doing a presentation again in either August or early September before the walk, so we can talk about it on the platform, so we can advertise it.
All right, so motion to add another discussion with practice, prior to the suicide awareness call. I make that motion. Anyone want to second it?
Second, then, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So that's item 7C.
Good morning,
Good
everyone.
morning.
So, I talked to Lindsay about, basically what the Miami-Dade Police Department does in relation to mental health. Anything new, anything from before, so, the mental, crisis unit, that we have now is a huge thing, because it just came up. It's something that we didn't have before, although we've had processes in the past for mental health. But the department has been evolving more and more, and now they have a unit. So I asked them to come and just talk a little bit about what they do. And in conjunction with maybe in October having the workshop that we have been talking about.
Perfect,
Yeah, so that's where it is.
welcome. You guys want to say anything?
Yeah, of course. Good morning, Officer Escalante. So like Robin said, we're a fairly new unit. We've been live for probably close to about a year now. We're comprised of 3 separate squads, one in the north end, one in the south end, and one in Hannons. Right, each squad is comprised of 8 officers. We're all I guess, a little bit more trained up in mental health, right? And we also have 2 clinicians attached to our units, right? So they're firefighters and they're clinicians as well, especially on the mental health side. Our unit's a little bit different, right? Because before, when a regular road unit would respond, they will address the crisis, right? Crisis being maybe somebody's off their medication, maybe they're schizophrenic, bipolar, undiagnosed, whatever it may be. Units would respond and they would deem if the person needed to be evaluated, right? Baker acted, let's just say. They would take them into custody and they would transport them to the closest hospital available, right? Our unit's a little bit different because we'll respond and we'll do more of an assessment on scene to see if they do qualify for a Baker Act. If they do, we take them into custody, and we obviously transport them to the facility of their choice, right? So let's say we come in contact with somebody, a veteran. Hey, you know, I'm a veteran, you know, I really want to go to the VA. We'll go ahead and we'll take them to the VA. We encounter somebody else that says, listen, you know, I am schizophrenic, I am bipolar, I just have an issue getting my medication. Okay. So, hey, okay, where is it that you usually go for treatment? Oh, I go to Citrus. Oh, I go to Mount Sinai. We'll facilitate that for them, right? So we'll take them to the appropriate facility that they feel more comfortable with. And then our role primarily is the follow-up, right? So we'll conduct follow-up investigations with that person afterward, after they're stabilized from crisis, to make sure what is the gaps that we're not filling. Is it medication? Is it therapy? Then they be in contact with separate doctors. So we'll conduct follow-ups with our clinicians on scene to see what it is that they need the most. How can we get that person stabilized enough where they're not continuously getting Baker acted, right? So that's our main purpose, is to stop the constant cycle of calling 911, getting Baker acted, calling 911, getting Baker acted. Let's try to get them stabilized where they're on their medication, on their plan for a longer period of time.
That's
Um,
wonderful.
Like I said, we've been live for a year. Sorry? Okay. Oh, you know, we do work with a lot of community partners, Thriving Mind, West Care the Village, the VA hospital. It's just making connections and filling the gaps that a person might not need or know they need. So that's,
It's probably an inflated question.
okay,
But if the person is either schizophrenic or undiagnosed.
right.
And is in possession of a firearm.
Right.
Can your unit take care of that situation, or are you most likely calling for backup?
No, we can take care of that unit. So we work hand in hand with our threat management section. We're all part of the same bureau, which do what's called a risk protection order, right? So let's say we respond on scene to somebody who's suicidal, right? Schizophrenic, bipolar, whatever mental illness they have. You know, they made threats to kill themselves with a firearm. That firearm is on scene. We will contact our unit, which is a threat management section, who will respond and do what's called the RPO, the risk protection order, to remove that firearm from the household.
Okay,
It is a little bit lengthy process because you have to go through a judge to get that firearm removed.
Well,
but
it's
if they're
not-
at home with their family, you guys have to make that decision on site.
Right, I mean, at the moment, he's gonna get Baker acted, right?
Okay, so you're gonna have to do.
So we're removing him from that fire.
Okay.
Right, and then afterwards, an RPO is gonna have to be served, where
Okay,
you're gonna take, where we're gonna take possession of that firearm. And he's gonna be barred from getting more firearms too,
okay.
for a period of a year.
Hmm.
Until it gets reassessed in the court.
So the
So-
process is still the same. If somebody is in their house with, let's say, a hostage or whatever, and they have a firearm, you have a negotiating team.
Well, but that's a little bit different, right? If the guy has a hostage, it's a criminal aspect.
Okay, so then you're.
So we don't deal with anything that's criminal.
Oh, okay.
So like our unit, we don't make arrests. We don't make arrests, we don't. And that makes a lot of people feel at ease because where we're primarily at, which is the North Side Station, they know us and they know they're not, so Mira, you want to get rid of that stigma, right? They did something wrong. That they're in trouble. Remember, mental illness it's something that's unavoidable, right? It's not their fault what they're going through. So that's why we have modified uniforms. That's why we wear the blue uniforms. That way they know, oh, okay, I'm not in trouble, per se. So their guard's a little bit down, we can talk to them, we can build rapport with them. So, but a hostage situation that's a little bit different, that's a criminal aspect to it.
Oh,
We wouldn't be the ones responding to that at all.
oh, okay.
We strictly go if it's suicidal, crisis, something that deems, what we do.
And the 911 operator is the one that's deciding who goes, or?
So it all depends, right? Because right now we only have 3 units.
Okay.
North Side, South District, and Hannix. You know, if something here in the town occurs, you know, if it's something that deems that we should respond, we'll go ahead and we'll respond to it. But we're not actively monitoring the radio here in town of Mammy Lakes. Someone would have to raise us, be like, hey, is there any CRU available? Then we'll go ahead and we'll respond to it.
How do you synchronize your actions across all the other agencies that, you know, like social services, child protective services, adult protective services?
It all depends, right? So that's more what our clinicians do. So once we respond on scene, we'll write up the report and it'll get forwarded to our social, you know, our mental health bureau, which will filter the clinicians,
Okay.
which will try to connect them with the resources that they need.
And then your follow-up, you said you had a follow-up.
We do follow up
What's your
with,
follow-up piece? How is it related and how does it work with the other social services?
so it all depends, right? So let's say we have an individual that says, you know, I run out of my medication and it takes me forever to get my medication,
Okay.
right? So we work hand in hand with Thriving Mind, which if it's a medication issue, we can get that medication prescribed that same day where they can get it in hand that same day. So it's just making, you know, community contacts.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
It all depends, we're in every situation is different, every individual can be different, their needs are different. So it's trying to identify what those needs are.
And you guys are still growing, like you said, so it's finding
Right.
out what connections, like who do we connect, okay.
Right, because right now there's only 24 of us
Right.
for the whole county
And,
and 2 clinicians.
and so how does this tie in like the registry where, you know, people register that they have a child or adult?
I know that's something that the town of Miami Lakes does.
Mhm.
That's something individual to the town. County-wide, that's not something that's live. We just don't have the resources for that. That, you know, that's a larger scale than here in the town.
Only the autism part is being done right now for the county
Okay.
with the sticker. They're doing that, but it's only specific to autism. They said they want to expand, but again, the resources is the big thing. But they do have something already, so there's.
So how's our town communicate those who are on the registry to?
It's through dispatch.
Through
But it's,
dispatch.
but not, we don't have to necessarily connect to them because it's not a mental health. We don't have any mental health issues or mental health, people that have mental health issues on the registry as we speak.
Oh, okay.
Remember that registry, I think, started through the special needs, so it's more
Right,
focused
right.
on
Yeah, it's
that
all
end.
special needs.
So it's all
We would have to
right
make
now.
our own.
Yeah. All special needs.
Which we could,
We
because
should.
we have,
We should.
most people. do.
Like I remember when that went live, because I used to work in the town prior to coming to this unit. And I remember we would get dispatched to a certain address here in the town and it would come up in our dispatch, you know, that special registry. So I do remember that.
How is, I'm sorry, I went to the CIT training.
Okay.
That,
With Hapsy, Gaba?
yeah, like 3 weeks ago. or
Okay.
something, right? And they talked about, so it's being piloted out of Miami-Dade, the system that the law enforcement officer gets to fill out the form, the Baker Act form
Yeah, you mean like online?
online.
Yeah, so that's not live yet. I
Right.
have heard about that. I mean, it's not very different. I mean, we still do it by hand,
Mhm.
which to me and online is still the same thing to me.
Right.
It's just filling out paperwork
So so they'll fill it out online and then it'll go to the.
directly to the
city,
facility.
Directly to them, and then so it'll be more complete, it'll be more legible. Cause we all know whoever, it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a doctor or anybody else, they can't. I work for Baptist Law.
Okay.
Doctors are not,
I mean, and I'm sure a lot of the.
their handwriting is not so great.
And a lot of the issues that the road was having, right, when a road officer would respond to a Baker Act, they would simply just write on the, bill, wanted to kill himself.
Yeah, and that's it. So
You
it's,
have to provide more.
Yeah.
And that's where we step in because our training is just a little bit more advanced, right? So we put, sometimes space is just not enough either to write exactly what's going on.
So I had my question in that is, does that system tell you, because I think I heard him say that the system or there is a system that's gonna tell you if there was a Baker Act for that individual in the last 6 months.
So we do have in our system, we're able to look up the address. So initially, when I get dispatched to a call, right, what I do is I look up the history in that call
Okay,
to see how many times have we responded to that house. Has there been prior Baker Acts? Is the person violent? Is the person just somebody that wants to talk?
Mhm.
So we do have access to a registry, quote unquote, a registry, right? It's just a history of that house. That's something that we do have.
How are you guys growing awareness within the county that your unit is available?
We've worked a lot with the mayor. I mean, this initiative started by the mayor. She was a very big proponent of mental health. We do a lot with NAMI too.
Okay,
And it's just growing, it's just getting bodies, right? For more to expand our unit.
you guys have a social media?
Yeah. I mean, it's through the county. We don't have an individual social. media.
Oh, okay.
You know, they are planning on doing something more. What that is, I don't know. But you know, there is emphasis on growing, it's just getting the bodies to grow, right? Because a lot of districts are just short staffed. So they don't have enough officers to say, hey, we can give you two to grow another unit. There isn't the bodies.
So at this point, I'm guessing that now people have two choices. They can call 911
Mhm.
or they can call 988. Is
Yeah.
that what I'm getting?
Right, I mean, but 988. So what happens is 988, you call 988, hey, I'm feeling suicidal. 988 won't call the police unless they have a plan in place. Right, so if you're just feeling suicidal, but you don't have a plan in place, that call will never come to us. You know,
Okay.
988 will just talk to the person, reassure them that they're okay, make sure that they're okay. Enough where they can hang up the phone.
Okay.
Now, if you do call 988, and you say, yeah, listen, there's a gun next to me. You know, there's a knife next to me, there's pills next to me. Then 988 will reroute that call to 911 and we get dispatched to that call. But 988 will only get the police involved if there's a plan in place. If not, we never find out about it.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Are you guys only looking to expand like for police officers or gonna be like volunteers? I'm a clinician, that's why I'm asking. Are you look for resources like that as well?
I know there's openings for clinicians.
You
It's
may have to get
just-
tased.
We have two clinicians now that are firefighters. We want
Yes.
to bring on 3 or 4 more clinicians,
Okay,
but when that'll happen,
No, no.
it's all budgetary.
of course.
You know, I don't know.
One big thing that's coming up, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
is that and not to say that's a bad thing, but we have the sheriff thing coming up. And that's kind of like putting a stop on
Right.
everything, you know?
Who knows if next year will be
Oh,
around,
okay.
you know, a lot of things are gonna change.
That's that was-
Depends on the election, right?
It depends, you know, it
Yeah,
depends.
the
who
mayor's
gets
election and
elected,
the sheriff's election.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be here next year in this capacity.
We don't know.
You know, I think everything will stay because it's, you know,
Right, it's a much needed service.
right, so much needed
That's all it is,
services. The way they, you know, our parameter as success is we have had 0 uses of force.
Thank God.
So it's a pretty good parameter.
Do you get a lot of children? This is my curiosity.
We do get a lot of children.
Okay.
Usually in cases of children, we take them to Citrus.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cause that's my specialty. So
Okay.
that's why I'm asking.
No, because of the way other agencies, they're saying how well our agency is doing. City of Miami is now trying
Right.
to implement a unit for
Awesome.
them too, so other municipalities are also trying
Yeah.
to.
They're trying to mimic what we're doing here.
Awesome.
So it's a
Can you
good
give
sign.
you guys my business card or take yours?
Okay.
Or be in contact with?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect.
How do you work with the mobile crisis unit or the mobile?
So the MRT, we work hand in hand with them. Sometimes they'll call us out to them for transport reasons, right? A lot of times we'll leave brochures with the families of MRT, but like, listen, maybe you start to see him spiraling out of control a little bit, but he doesn't meet our criteria for Baker Act. Remember, our criteria for Baker Act is a little bit more, he needs to be harmed himself or others, right? That's the meat and potatoes of it, right? If the person's just, you know, kind of starting to spiral, hey, call MRT out. They have a little bit broader, you know, where they can sign.
That gap,
Right,
right.
right. So we'll come and we'll assist them, you know, hey, listen, I have somebody here, you know, we're gonna do the PC, right, for the Baker Act. Do you mind transporting for us? Yeah, absolutely. We'll respond to the scene. We'll take them to whatever hospital they want to go to, whatever makes them feel better.
So you guys are more of involuntary where
Right.
MRT can actually do voluntary as well.
Right,
with the
right.
RA.
We're completely involuntary. Oh,
You think maybe the Supreme Court sees a decision about not allowing mental health patients to have access to a firearm? Mental health? There's
Yeah.
always a way of getting them.
yeah, I mean, the RPOs are very, the risk protection orders, sometimes it depends on the judge. Sometimes they're very lenient, sometimes they're not. They give. You know,
Yeah, but I think that gives the judges backup to rule, you know,
Right.
the Supreme Court said, yeah, you know, not everybody has a weapon. You know. There's reasons why you don't get one.
and Mary, the RPOs are only good for 1 year and then have to go ahead and reassess again.
Red flag laws are still in place in Florida.
Yeah. They are. They are. They are. Until a judge, you know, lifts the red flag.
Yes. And I think that's saved a lot of lives too.
Thank you.
No problem, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. All right. Adoption minutes? Read them.
Been reading the several titles.
That's my fault, Gary. I'm multitasking.
But-
Tell me. Oh, you marked them?
Make a motion to modify the minutes based upon
Yeah,
Gary's
yeah.
Cardenas' record of typos.
I second that, if anyone else doesn't have it. anything else. All in favor then?
I,
Especially my name.
My name's Sue Girl.
Correctly.
That's the new.
Don't-
You're right.
The last page,
You marked them for me?
The Russian version, yeah,
Correctly.
they're all certain.
Oh, that's right. You see, my computer doesn't even mark
Did you
that
fix
anymore.
my name? Did you fix my last name?
Yeah.
It must be like,
Barroso.
Not Rosa.
But she likes Rosa Barosa. She
Barrosa
likes-
makes
I
more
think that was on
sense.
purpose.
what was a big capital A?
Okay.
All right, no worries.
Well, let's move on for the sake
Okay.
of time.
So
You don't mind.
motion, I make a motion to,
Where you did it, all in
Where
favor,
we
aye?
did?
no, to modify, I'm making a motion,
Thank you so
I'm making a motion to approve the minutes. Oh.
You can make a-
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second.
You got it?
Yes.
All in favor?
I,
Aye. All right, so then old business for the sake of time, I don't know, cause then I have to finish at 10:30. I'm not, no offense to anyone, I don't need, if there's anything you guys wanna bring up,
On the old business, the banners, Humana unfortunately, not able to do it,
no?
but I'm working on another contact, Victor, who I will meet with on Saturday. So we'll see. No, one of the things that's coming up next year for the healthcare industry, Medicare is coming back once again. Benefits,
Okay. Also, there's.
and
they're tightening up a bit.
they're tightening up their
Okay.
budgets.
Can Pedro help us find someone too? Well, you guys are the
Well,
same people, no?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
Yes.
looking to
You're Pedro? Gary Pedro.
every,
All right, so then I guess that's. all.
now, in follow up with that though, we're not gonna be able to put them up until after November. When the military ground banners come down,
That's fine,
That was my comment.
okay?
Yes,
Oh.
thank you.
that's fine.
So that way, I'm gonna go back to Humana now and say, listen, I don't know whether your fiscal calendar year, but this doesn't have to be now. We can work in North November.
We need, to look at D and E, we need some subcommittee dates.
For
Especially
D&E?
on, yeah, especially for the suicide awareness walk, that's in September.
Let me ask you a question. Do you wanna do that without Lindsay?
Um,
Just because if it's all, I mean, the only person, well. besides-
Put something to discuss, at least for the next meeting.
So you wanna do it in that order? You
Yeah,
guys wanna move up? So then I'll do a motion to move D and E up. So I guess B and C. Swap D and E for D and C.
no, you said earlier to discuss anything to put your secret time, right?
You picked D and E to discuss, or did I mess that up?
Yeah, because I figured you gotta come up with the subcommittee, but
Right,
Yeah,
so
you're
we
right.
bump it up, right? So
Yes.
make D,
D&E.
B, and then E, C.
yes,
Okay. And so I'll make a motion to do that, anyone want a second?
second it.
I,
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
C, D, and E?
Yeah.
So
we'll switch
we're gonna
around.
put D
Uh-huh.
in the spot of B
Yeah.
and E in the spot of C. And then I guess the other
Okay.
two can go down, just gonna move them up. Alright, so. Corresponding compassion workshop, date for subcommittee meeting,
What's the date of the actual workshop, do we know?
The workshop was going to be after September, after the walk.
Let's do,
The workshop, it's in the minutes. If you look at page 8 for Thursday, October 10th, and it's 30th.
You're good,
and then the walk is September 22nd. Okay.
I think so. The workshop's October 10th. Maybe we could plan for something next month, yeah, next month, no? Talk about it,
Yes,
so like,
for what time, what day?
I would say, Well, we have to get Lindsay's approval. Well, what if we try how we did it that last time, that we had the 9:30, 10:30, and then 10:30 to 11:30?
Okay.
Is that possible? Right?
Second, aye.
No, not yet.
Oh,
This one first. Someone's on first. You're on second.
Okay, that should
What's on
be
third?
fine. So your meeting is July 24th at 9:30. Like your regular one, so then you could do 10:30 to 11:30.
If you
Is
guys.
this for the September walk or the workshop?
The compassion workshop.
Well, September,
Should
no, it should be,
Shouldn't July be the September walk?
yes,
Okay, yeah, sorry, you're right.
yeah, September walk comes first.
Do we have to label it? Oh, no, no. Alright.
You just put subcommittee meeting. I
Okay.
mean, just like it should be in the minutes, just
Okay.
so you know which one's which.
You said 7:24. 11:30.
On July 24th
Yeah,
at 10:30,
to 11:30.
okay, and this will be for the walk.
Yes.
You can call it just subcommittee.
But okay, we need another one for the workshop, or we'll do that later.
Well, we could put both now, just, right?
That is the workshop, right?
No.
We're doing, we have a walk and we have
There's a
a,
walk.
Yeah, it's
first.
confusing, because we were talking about the workshop, but now we moved to talk about the walk.
Can we do the next one then, August, back to back, the same thing, 2 hours for each, if it works for you guys, we'll put that tentatively. And maybe we could just do that and speak about whatever we have to speak about.
So I won't be here on July, but I'll be here in August.
August should be fine, 10:30 to 11:30. Your meeting would be August 28th.
You know the day of Andrew, hurricane?
Yep.
Mm,
Good job. Well,
I'm
not
excited.
good, but
That's how traumatizing. So motion, tell me when you're done typing. Okay. Sorry.
Two motions. The other one will be August what?
20.
Wait,
Okay. I'm ready. All right, so a motion to have the subcommittee meetings extended right after the next 2 meetings that we have, which are the 24th and the 28th. Oh, 24th. so-
second that motion.
All in favor?
I,
So we did both of those. We did B and C.
Wow.
Good job. All right, so then the mental health coach, I don't know what you want to do about that. Are we doing, are you guys just?
So that one, staff said if you guys were interested, which is what, Lindsay wanted me to find out,
Mhm.
if you could all maybe provide like a list of like the awareness months, or I guess what's the awareness for each month related to mental health. Yeah.
Oh,
Because I think the conversation was that we created one. We said to the town, this is what we want, and then they post whatever they wanted. I think that's why Lindsay asked you to verify if we're truly having a Thursday and we created, or they're just gonna do.
Yes, so she just said in general then, if it could just be. That the post would be more like just like awareness in general, so I asked her, okay, well, what type of awareness? And she said like for the months. Like.
So we can get her
September
like a
Suicide
list.
Awareness month and like all that.
If you guys want, I could Google something.
okay, so I
But I
mean,
don't know if you.
I don't understand,
you
there's
also-
no awareness every month.
Sorry.
So they want on a Thursday, it's every Thursday or it's once a month?
No, this is
No,
just
it
for
was
the
just-
post. That's for the mental health Thursdays thing, but I don't know how that's working finally.
I don't think,
It's two different things?
Yes, forget the mental health Thursdays. for right now.
well, I think. From what I spoke with Lindsay, it's not really mental health Thursdays. Will the post be on a Thursday? I mean,
I'm talking about the videos the mayor wanted to do and all that
No, no,
stuff.
we're not
That's
doing videos.
scratch that, what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about the Thursday.
yes, which
Alright.
would have been the videos.
Oh, okay, then what are we doing?
So what you can do is, which you don't have to do that now, and since you're a little short on time, you can just defer it. That you can have social media posts monthly,
Mhm.
depending, maybe not weekly,
So-
maybe bi-weekly.
Yeah, I just curated a list using AI, to tell me each month what a mental health post can be about. So what month do you wanna start?
I think you should send that and we could start. And they could come up with ideas, right? Cause they have to bring it back to us before they start posting.
Or we
It
curate
would
the
be
ideas?
more if you want, which is what I think public safety had done, that they had a bunch of like awareness on,
Yeah, we
Different-
make little
So
videos
what month do you wanna start?
for each month.
it's up to you all. I mean,
July?
July, I don't know. You can if you want to. You can,
Can
if
it
you
be,
have a
can it
list.
be flipped around that fast? Cause I know there's a lot of red tape. So my question is, let's say we come up with 3 ideas for July mental health posts for the town. Will it be approved in time so that posts go out in July, or would it be safer to go with August?
So if you want, you can say August, but, they said that they would be interested in like awareness, like there's May, it's mental health awareness month, all of this.
Yeah,
And then they'll like come up with something. So really what you would all be doing is providing just
The observance.
okay.
Oh, like this is
What?
4th of July and we celebrate Independence Day. Same
Well,
concept.
yes.
So June is men's mental health month, July is minority
have that?
mental health month,
Mm.
September is a suicide awareness month, but there's also World Mental Health in October as well, so there's lots of different things like that. I think that's what you're looking for, is the list of what they are, and then you guys.
Yeah, I think-
Well, of course, if you could provide, I don't know how many there would be, maybe there's more than one, of course, in 1 month. So I don't know if you want to focus on some, that's why I said, I don't know if you want to defer it and then maybe start in August.
If you guys are okay, maybe you said you have something.
We have, so I can bring something next
Yeah.
month, and then I know you have one that you're creating right now, so we
And
can
bring them.
bring it next month, and then,
I say we start like an Excel spreadsheet
yeah.
and then share with everyone. Is that allowed? With the open sunshine law, or whatever.
I mean, we can share it
We're not
here,
voting on it,
then.
right?
We're not voting, but.
So what
Yeah,
we
so
should
you're-
do is create at least 3 months of posts, decide, approve it, send it to them. And if they approve, they start posting.
So
I don't think they're. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Is it that you're looking for a post, like a full post, or just the observance date?
just the observance, the date, if there's a specific date, if it's just like the whole month in general, all of that.
Yeah, they'll create a flyer to put on their post. That's my.
Okay.
This
So
is whatever.
defer it and for next month and we can come back with whatever we have.
Whoa, we're gonna-
With them?
You
Yeah,
can also
yeah,
just send,
first.
like,
Send it to you.
everybody can just like come up with, I don't know, you can
Yeah,
all
we
pick maybe
can-
like 2 months.
So one
And
of
then
the,
just
one of
send
the
it to me.
shout out ideas here is that July 4th, stress and anxiety related to social gatherings and family time.
Yeah, I mean, that's the AI, but I think maybe we
Create like a
should
flyer,
stick
like-
with just
Yeah.
those,
I mean.
the
with all
ones that have
different-
been, you know, like the official,
The Hallmark ones.
Yes.
Awareness month.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that can be all right.
There's gonna be plenty, there's gonna be plenty.
Every month is like
There's,
2 or
there's
3.
almost like,
Yeah.
they already have it
What's
all.
going on?
Yeah,
August, back to school anxiety,
yeah, but I think it's already, the official ones already are.
and I'm talking about the teachers, not the students.
Yeah.
All of
Get
them.
used to the leads.
What school do you teach?
So I make a
That's right.
motion to defer discussion on the mental health post, until next month.
And we can send whatever resources.
Yes. And then, you know,
So can we start a
That's a no.
spreadsheet?
yeah.
No, what you want, no. No.
No, you wanna start,
You
just
want
make a
something where
list,
we can put stuff in? No, you want something different.
Okay, all right.
and then we'll vote on what we wanna do.
So you got the motion? Your motion, whatever, I'll second it. All in favor?
That's the first of August way.
It's
Yes. No,
for
24th.
July 24th.
July
That's,
24th.
oh, that's why,
So one month's turn.
that's why.
Committee budget.
So that one. It's just letting you know that, the budget that you all requested was submitted. Council will have a decision in September,
On their next.
since they're in the whole process
Okay.
of putting together the budget and everything.
Perfect.
It was just an announcement, basically.
All right,
Perfect.
thank you.
Thank you. Review and approval of flyers with Spanish text added.
I don't think I have that. That was not, no, I don't have that.
So defer that.
Yeah,
Okay.
motion deferred.
So motion to defer F for next. one.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. New business. Committee report, July presentation to council due June 28th, 2024.
Yes, so, that is included.
Okay.
And Lindsay would have done it, like just typed it up, but since she's not here today, if you could please do it since you're vice chair.
What am I doing? Literally?
The committee for this. So this, you can kind of look at the one from February. You can also look here in the minutes where you kind of, the
Budget.
committee budget, since it does have your events. The ones that you're planning to do.
Did she do that? I thought she did.
Yes, but that was for March. So now you're going up again in July.
Wouldn't it be the same document? Pretty much.
So what am I doing?
So this
Typing?
is-
it? Literally. what
Well,
am I doing?
filling, yes, so filling this in,
Okay,
now here in the meeting, so you can all approve it.
Okay, I got it.
so I'm writing all this
And that
stuff
would be
and
clear.
committee budget, marketing material, all this stuff, just transferring it over?
Well, since we haven't. Yes. So,
Because the new year begins in October.
correct, so if anything, just. Make a note that you have all requested, which that's another thing, I guess, related to the budget. That, I believe in August, they will be having a budget workshop.
Right.
So if either Lindsay or you or the entire committee would like to attend to make the request. To council, like, oh, like, we would.
Do you know the
request
date?
Budget. I. will
Or you
put
could
that.
email, put that in.
Okay, I make a motion that we,
August 29th.
for this report, that we approve. Well, the budget hasn't been approved, so is this an FY 2023 budget request? That we're putting in here?
Jerry said 24,
That
25.
should be
24,
24,
25,
25.
yeah. 24,
Yes.
25, yeah.
We did this before, right? Do we have the
We
one we
can-
did?
Yes, so
So we
for the
can,
budget. I mean, you can,
Am I just copying this over to you?
I would say so,
Yeah.
just when the committee report is presented, just say this is what we submitted. For our budget request,
Okay.
which, I mean, they will most likely not approve because they have to do that in September.
Right,
But
right.
it's just so
So
they're
just wanna
aware.
have someone turn it,
Well,
okay.
let me, you know what, I'm just gonna do the motion right now to move the,
Well, hold on.
budget item.
So can I just do that and then what?
yeah,
Then
and
have-
then you just fill
I'll
it in.
type it and send it to you or Lindsay?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so that
Yeah,
was,
you would send it to me.
I make a motion to move the,
All the committee.
all the committee budget items that's listed on page 7 of the minutes into the FY 24-25 budget report that we're providing to
perfect.
council.
Yeah, second.
Do you have this?
Aye.
All those in favor?
All those in favor?
Aye.
But it's not all,
Okay.
like, the template.
Perfect, thank you. All right.
Um,
All right, go back.
that's now the budget's been incorporated, so now let's get the initiatives and events. incorporated.
So, mental health, the 70 for you.
But the NAMI walk already passed. Is this for next year?
Where are you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's good.
No, we're doing now, I'm gonna put the initiatives and events that we plan for future, everything's future, right?
Oh, I
Except
thought
for
it was-
banners, right?
Can I get that?
Yes,
Excellent.
just please don't leave after the meeting.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
All right, so 7B, you were mentioning the thing about the animals and the whole thing.
Okay, we're at 7B. All right.
Did you,
We didn't finish the report though yet.
What do you mean? When we say we're gonna transfer, we're gonna.
well,
I was
Yeah,
talking
just
about-
transfer the
what's for the
budget.
budget?
Now we have to transfer the initiative and events.
But I-
I make a motion.
The whole
Yeah,
Workshop.
information is
I make a
there.
motion that we transfer everything that's in old business on page 4 to initiatives and events in the report to council on July 24th on the on our agenda.
On this one.
Yes. We transfer all the old business to initiative and events. Although some of them are the future projects consideration, so.
Right.
Well, let's parse it out then. I said we transferred 6A banners and managed sponsorship to initiatives and events.
Let's go down the line.
I say
I'll give you that.
we.
What other one in initiative?
6B
Mhm,
to initiative and events.
mhm.
And the rest, and 6F,
Okay,
To
and then the
initiative
other
and events.
6 go into future projects.
correct.
B, B.
Six B.
Okay.
I mean, that's my motion.
Four.
Do I get a
I'm writing
second?
it down, I'll give it to you right now, right, for your motion?
Later.
Okay, just, so you do the motion, I'll second it, and all in favor?
Flyers was misspelled.
Yeah, oh, yes,
For 7B.
Yeah, that's in, yeah,
That's in the-
you already caught that. We already wrote about that.
on the minute, yeah.
That's the minutes.
All right. I'm just
Moving
writing
right
it
along.
down real quick, and this is-
So that report's been approved. We got that done.
Yeah, I'm writing myself. Oh. Right, you want this so that you can,
Pero I don't have, you want me to type this
no,
No, no.
for the for
Yeah,
the
you can write
motion?
down the two motions, yeah, that's all.
That's what I need to understand.
Yeah, I made a motion
You're
to
back.
just, yeah, basically I made a motion to transfer the items listed in our agenda 6, whatever she put down there, 6, whatever.
So the first part is page 7, all 7 parts.
For the
of
budget.
Old, right, for the budget,
From
and then the,
minutes.
all you have to put is that 6A, 6B, whatever, for the second motion. Cause some go into that middle section and some go.
For the initiatives and events,
Right, you literally write that, 6A, 6B, 6 whatever.
there is no 6D, we're
I
on the
could have made
minutes.
that up, I could have
No,
made
no,
that up.
no, it's in the
Page 4.
media agenda. I saw it for the budget, we took it from the minutes.
Give me.
Budget, we took it
Oh,
from the
budgeted
minutes.
from the minutes and the other
Rest are
two
from the
sections
actual
is for the
agendas.
meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
media agenda.
Okay, that.
So for
Okay.
initiatives, to confirm, it should be, from what I understand, banners,
I don't know. Possibly.
Yes,
Okay.
banners,
Yeah,
okay,
Banners,
the flyers
flyers, and the mental health post.
and mental health posts. And then for future projects, it would be the workshop,
Yes.
the walkathon,
Yes.
and, that's it for now. I don't know if you would like to
put
include the
the-
farmer's market? Since you already did that,
Yeah, we did that.
you wanna put,
We should put that as an initiative, yeah.
The pattern.
right, farmer
banners
market
for,
minutes.
for,
Is it our intention to do future farmers markets?
Yes.
Okay.
That was a lot.
Can you make paper?
No, I got it.
You sure? I can send it to you the way, if you're, I have to put that in there and I can send it so you can finish your meeting minutes, that easier? What we're, so then, fine, we're done with this, so.
7B, just to let you guys know, what I plan to do is I plan to do what American Legion has a process where we can request a resolution to be sent up to like the state legislature.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm gonna ask them to do, and see if it goes all the way up to national American Legion and see if they want to pose that as a federal legislature to fund on-site
Hmm,
boarding camels. That, you know, that are staffed at VA regional hospitals for those who have service animals. So I'm trying to create some forcing actions, you know, basically, so. I already got all the paperwork you sent me about doing the resolution, how to draft it, so I'll do that, and then we'll probably pass it at our next Legion meeting.
and one
And
time,
then we send it up to the department level, at Florida. And then if they approve it, they can and then maybe we can either send it through like the Florida legislature if they have money, but I don't know if they'll want to fund a federal program. But they could also get contracts. Assist the federal program, you never know, they do have a VA, they do have a VA department, you know,
Yeah.
Florida does have a VA department.
and then you're gonna put that on the table for us to see how we can
Yeah,
push it
yeah,
or whatever, I think that sounds beautiful.
You should contact, Hammer. The Hammer. He's in charge of the Florida Veterans Show.
Yeah, I'll contact him if I get his
I don't
contact
know who he is,
information,
but
no, but if
he
he,
retired, Green Terry.
is he?
Yeah.
Send him his information.
Okay.
I'll give him a call.
All right, so we don't have to do anything with that, I love
No.
that idea. Fantasy?
Week of 9/16 is, I'm proposing that we do another Baptist Health Community Health Open Program virtual. One of the days next meeting, I can bring back up some options and see who can join. So that we can market the walk that's on 9/20.
Perfect.
Alright.
We don't need to do anything with that right now, for the next month even. Perfect. Any announcements? 8,
I make a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, we have the
Simon?
June 29th, Saturday, at Community Health Care at Miami Dade College.
Oh, there you go.
oh, I have a table
Hialeah
there,
campus. Hmm?
I have a table,
Oh, you do?
Yeah. forgot.
How much is it?
Table? No,
Nonprofit.
that's not my department.
Nonprofit doesn't. pay.
Oh.
Baptist is having the Fit Fest this weekend, if anybody wants to go, it's at the, I'll tell you right now, I always mispronounce the name of where we're doing it this weekend.
Fit Fest.
Oh, yeah,
You
it's,
said Hialeah campus?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. 49th
Where's that?
Street,
at?
West
49th
End,
Street?
no.
Yeah. 17th,
Or parking is limited.
17th Avenue, 49th Street, it's 49th. In fact,
I'll just put them here.
that's my work paper.
Ah, okay. That's what that was.
I'm getting dropped off.
The entrance.
so it's at the Baptist Health Training Campus. You get to try different, activities and there's a health screenings as well, it's open for the community.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect, look at that,
Perfect time.
early and early.
Great knowing all of you. Gotta go.